Hello, everyone. Welcome to the channel. Steve Oliva here, human species coach. Topic of the day is the importance of honest communication and how that honest communication can actually influence and shape the quality of your life or the quality of your experience as a human being. So we live in societies where we are taught to be, especially as adults, we are taught to be nice in a way that um, not to hurt the other person's feelings. It gets to a point where every single day people be like, "Hi, how you doing?" and and then you respond, "I'm fine," and so on and so on. But throughout that exchange that we have as human, a lot of the "How you doing?" "I'm fine." There's a lot of dishonest engagement because a lot of time the person doesn't want to be asking you how you doing, and the other person that respond a lot of times they're not feeling fine, but they're just responding "I'm fine" just because. So it's almost like a part of this construct where we have created this dishonest interaction between and humans, and we see a lot of that not only in the way maybe someone himself in the morning, but in many aspects of our society. We tend to hide the honesty, but present something that is politically correct. So we rather kind of show that version, the cleaner version, versus the actual honest feel and honest way a person feel. So this is just embedded in our culture, whether it's the Western culture, even in the African culture where I come from. I see that, especially communication between an elderly and a younger person, it's almost like the younger person at some point cannot even express themselves to the elderly because it could be considered disrespectful. So they have to kind of keep their emotions to themselves. But the reason I make this video is to express, regardless of the culture you're from, I understand a lot of the way we express ourselves is also tied to the culture where we are from. And some cultures are more direct versus some culture are more indirect. But in 2026, as a modern human being, and I know we're all interested in having a better quality in our life experience. And I think communication is a big part of improving the quality of your life experience. Not only your relationship with your friends, your relationship with your girlfriend, your relationship with your family. I think people appreciate when someone can express themselves honestly. And way too often we worried about not offending the other person or hurting their feelings, and we rather hide our feelings or true feelings. And say the proper way is to, in my opinion, is to always express your true opinion and and allow the person you allow the other person to really know exactly how you feel. And it's something that when someone can express themselves in an honest way, it's something usually that people respect and appreciate, because expressing yourself honestly, it takes a lot of courage and it takes a lot of guts. And usually people respect that. And in your own life, I think you want to be first of all able to express yourself in a way that is authentic and being honest. And it's something we've all trained to be not as honest like that, depending on the culture that you're from. But it's something you can work on and understand that by being honest and being honest in the way that you communicate, that's going to really affect the quality and how you experience life as a human being. By being honest and in your communication, you'll be able to get things that you want more often than if you're not as honest. You're going to get more respect out of people because they know this guy, that's the way he communicates. Even at work, it doesn't matter where you go. People, there's a certain respect that comes from this ability to communicate honestly. And it's something that it might not be a strength right now, but it's something to consider and something to work on. I would say that me myself, I had a magical. I want to give an experience that I had with a cannabis experience that I had 2 or 3 years ago. I started cannabis late. I was a late bloomer at 37, but when I had that experience, it completely transformed my life. And one thing I learned from cannabis is that, let's say, from the previous 20 years, I was this guy that was just trying to make everybody happy. And I was always making it, I was making things, the way I was communicating, it was more like the politically correct type of way. And I wasn't really expressing my true emotions from the inside. And a lot of people were completely fine with that. They were never bothered and everything. But once I had this magical experience with cannabis, it taught me to be direct. I realized I was holding my emotions for so many years. Um, and and it's just no, it's just a lesson that cannabis taught me to boom, express yourself in a way that is honest. And then I also realized when you can express yourself honestly and talk what's in your heart, you actually, it's a healthy way of releasing tension out of your system. Because when you're not honest and you keep things inside, you're carrying tension. It's like you're carrying something within you. And long term, that can actually affect your health and so on. But through the help of cannabis, it allowed me to to be as authentic as possible. Not only because it's healthy, it's like releasing tension, but also I had to learn to communicate. But when you're able to communicate, to do it in a way that is still respectful. I think that human beings, we're very sensitive, so we can say something. You feel like you can say something, but it doesn't really offend you. But that same thing can offend somebody. So it's always good to take the other person into consideration in your interaction. So it's important to be honest in your communication, but also understand that in your honesty, always remember to be um, respectful. But I said, by just changing your way you communicate, it can truly influence how you experience life as a human being. You'll be able to release more tension out of your system by being more honest. You'll be able to get to really get the things that you really want from being honest. And you also will get more respect from your peers. And it's going to improve your relationship with your people. It's going to be, and this is really all the benefits that you get from being honest. So remember to, in this life that you have, always go for an honest expression of exactly what's in your heart because no one can read your mind. And we tend to shy away from this honesty, but it's very important to be honest and show that courage and express yourself in the most honest way as possible every single time that you can. This is all I have for today. Thanks for the video. Thanks for watching.